Welcome back to the program, and you are watching ASEAN Newsroom. First news of this break, the United Nations has celebrated the International Day of the World's Indigenous People today, as observed every year, to promote and protect the rights of the world's indigenous population. This event also recognizes the achievements and contributions that indigenous people make to improve world issues such as environmental protection. Plan International, a children's development organization who works with 50 developing countries around the world, of which 14 are in Asia. They are working on various issues revolving around children, from cyclone-hit survivors in Myanmar, volcano eruption in Indonesia, to vocation training for youth in Vietnam, and stateless children in Thailand. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, Plan International has been actively engaged in child-centered community development for the Mangyan people and working with the local government in enabling the community to secure their rights and preserve their culture. The Mangyan are a reclusive community of indigenous people of less than 25,000 who have been isolated from the rest of the Filipino population and are also among the poorest and most marginalized. The commission, set up by the national government, is mandated to promote and protect the best interests of the indigenous people. It was created after the Philippines government passed the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act to recognize indigenous peoples' communal and individual rights to their ancestral land, along with their rights to self-governance, empowerment, social justice, and human rights. However, nearly 15 years after enacting the law, they remain among the poorest of the poor, still at the fringes of national priorities. Mangyans are relying on support for local and international community development organizations like Plan International to save the environment that they have strong spiritual and cultural connections. For title claim, the organization, with support from the European Union, is assisting Mangyan to survey their land, create 3D maps for their domain, and document their oral history, which is replete with references to geographical landmarks.
And with this, we'd like to bring in grants and sponsorship manager Kathy Sego from Plan International, based in the Philippines. Now, first off, Plan International is an organization that worked on children development and children rights for 74 years around 50 countries in the world, which include 14 countries in Southeast and South Asia and 50 years in the Philippines. Good evening, Kathy.
Hi, good evening. I'm calling from Manila.
Hi, thanks for joining us. Can you hear us okay?
Hello?
Okay, I thought it was a delay. So since you are more familiar with the indigenous people in the Philippines, as you've been working with the group, can you give us the overview of this situation right now?
Kathy?
Yes?
Did you hear our question?
Can you repeat that, please?
Can you hear us okay right now?
I can hear you okay, but I'm hearing echo of my voice.
Okay, you have to turn the TV volume down and listen from your telephone.
All right.
Right. Okay, we'll start again. You're in the Philippines right now working with Plan International. Can you tell us the overview of the indigenous people population in the Philippines?
Okay. So, indigenous population in the Philippines basically constitute around 10 to 15% of the total population in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And
So there are 10 to 15% of the population.
yes, the indigenous population in the country is about 10 to 15% of the total population in the country.
Okay. Well, what kind of things that the indigenous population in the Philippines are facing? For example, like in Thailand, the Hill Tribes group, they don't really get the same sort of treatment like, you know, other Thai citizens. They get unequal treatment from the government. What kind of problems facing the indigenous people in the Philippines?
Okay. There are lots of problems that indigenous people in the Philippines face. Basically, this pertains to their accessibility to basic services, and that includes services pertaining to health, wherein many of the indigenous peoples in the Philippines are not able to access basic health services, including access to drinking water or potable water, and they are beset by illnesses are preventable. They are also facing malnutrition problems, and in terms of education, they have very low literacy. So there are very few indigenous peoples who are able to reach have good education.
Right. So,
and also many of the indigenous peoples are not registered, so meaning they have no birth certificates, and many.
So those are the things that you're helping them, right?
Kathy? Kathy? Okay, looks
All
like we
right.
have some...
I think
we lost her.
The signal's really bad, especially when Thailand is raining right now.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
Guess. If we get back to her, we'll try.
Yes, we'll try again.